Thank you. Everyone just stopped talking right away. That was awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. It's really exciting to be down here and see staff and folks from the community we've met over the years since we've been down here in Moscow. My name is Aaron Wilson. I'm the CEO of CHAS Health, and I hope everyone gets an opportunity to take a tour of the clinic today. We are very proud, and it's been a partnership with the community. Latah Community Health moved into this space last December, and on behalf of our clinic staff and myself, if there are patients here, we're honored to stand with you today at this event to celebrate the clinic and the services we provide here in the Moscow community. Today's event falls during National Health Center Week, a special time of year when we celebrate the many accomplishments of community health centers across the country. Sometimes we forget individually in the community that we're part of a larger quilt really that covers the whole country. Here in Idaho, there's 14 other community health centers providing services just like us in other communities. In recognition of this week, Mayor Lambert has signed a proclamation. And if you're familiar with the proclamations, be ready for some whereases. And the proclamation reads, whereas Idaho Community Health Centers serve nearly 170,000 Idahoans in 72 delivery sites across the state, providing integrated primary medical, behavioral health, dental, and pharmacy services to 1 in 10 Idahoans, including over 2,600 patients here in Moscow, Idaho. And whereas community health centers are locally controlled by patient majority boards, ensuring that patients of each health center are engaged in their own healthcare decisions, and whereas the community health center model continues to prove an effective means of overcoming barriers to healthcare access, including geography, income, and insurance status, and in doing so, improves healthcare outcomes and reduces health system costs. And whereas community health centers reduce overall costs of care by managing chronic conditions and keeping patients out of costlier healthcare settings like hospital emergency rooms. And whereas since 2013, CHAS Latah Community Health has expanded access to primary care services in Moscow, Idaho, regardless of the patient's insurance status. And whereas the city of Moscow recognizes and values the contributions and cost effectiveness of CHAS Latah Community Health in providing access to high quality health care open to everyone in our community. And whereas National Health Center Week offers the opportunity to recognize Moscow's Community Health Center, CHAS Latah Community Health, their dedicated staff, and all those responsible for their continued success and growth. And now, therefore, I, Bill Lambert, Mayor for the City of Moscow, do hereby proclaim August 13th through August 19th, 2017 as National Health Center Week in Moscow, and I encourage everyone to take part in this week by celebrating CHAS Latah Community Health's vital role in our local healthcare system. Dated this day, August 7th, 2017. It's hard to believe I went to law school and struggled with whereas that much. So thank you again, the City of Moscow, for all your contributions and our community partners. This clinic would not be successful without you. We mentioned during the remarks how important it is to have a consumer-driven board of directors. I'd like to recognize Victor Bray, who's with us today, who is one of our consumer board members. He's been serving on the board over 12 years, or it seems like over 12 years, maybe just about 12 years. But the guidance from our patients really does drive how this organization operates. And so thank you, Victor. He's a volunteer and contributes a significant amount of time on everyone's behalf. And so next, I'm pleased to introduce County Commissioner Tom Lamar to add a few remarks.